Welcome back to the channel. Today I found a 2021 Ram 1500 Limited, and this does have a night edition package. And as you guys can see, there's really no cars on the lot, so this is like a hidden gem right now. So I want to do a quick walk around the exterior and then show you the interior, show you guys the payload, and yeah, this has a eco diesel, so I'm gonna show you that too. Let's get started. Really quickly, be sure to subscribe to JB Reviews and make sure you have those bell notifications on, and be sure to check out my other channel, Attainable Exotic Cars. And be sure to stay to the end for an explanation on the window sticker. Now let's get back to the video. Now check out this front end of this Limited with the night edition package. This thing is menacing. What else is menacing is the price tag of the night edition package, which is gonna be $3,995. So it does come with a lot of things though. So pretty much the painted bumpers below, you get the blacked out grille and headlights. It does come with this performance hood too, so you wouldn't have to option this separately. And I think this hood just really sets off the front end of the truck too. It does come with the rear bed cover as well, so you do get a few things on here that do benefit the package to be $4,000. But up front you have the tow hooks just below, parking sensors all the way around, you have LED headlights and reflector style LED fog lights. They look really good. It also has LED turn signals as well, so everything looks great. I love the design, and I don't know if you guys can see, it has that front camera. So under the hood, this Limited does have an eco diesel. I actually don't mind this generation of eco diesel because I have heard it has gotten reliable. They fixed a lot of the issues in the past. This is gonna be good for 260 horsepower, 480 pound-feet of torque. So I mean, this thing has crazy power. It is mated to an 8-speed transmission, which is a 8 HP 75. So it's a pretty strong transmission. I think they use the same transmission in the heavy-duty segment also. But all in all, really good performance. You can get a 321 standard. 392 is optional for this as well. Off to the side, you can see that this night edition does continue on the wheels. On the mirrors, you have painted mirrors, and those mirrors do have turn signals. Another thing that they added was a camera just below. I don't know if you guys can see it there. And you do have LED lights. And this mirror does have convex and blind spot indicator, and they are heated. So there's a lot going on just on the mirrors. Pretty much around the windows, everything like that, everything's pretty much darkened too, so it does flow extremely well. The only bright color thing you can really see is the lug nuts. That's pretty much it. Now this does have the air suspension standard, and this is going to have an independent front suspension. You do have a smart key system on just the front doors. This truck does have the deployable running steps too, and the air suspension is 4 corners too. On the HDs, it's only on the rear. But yeah, I mean, this is a really stylish truck. I think it looks great. I think the only way I would take the Limited now is with a night edition package. Now these are going to be 22-inch wheels, and they actually have Goodyear Ego Touring tires. The size of them are going to be 285, 45, 22. Now, if you do plan on doing some towing with this bad boy, I probably would recommend upgrading these tires because, yeah, you want them to be a load range E and 80 PSI. This is 50 PSI is maximum. And you probably are going to want to skip these 22 just because you're not going to have as much tire selection. Ram does indicate on the back window that the truck does have air suspension. And look at your parking sensors on this bottom of the bumper too. I like how they put them. Can't really tell that there, and I like this one where it's positioned on the side to really give you that added protection. Out back, you do have darkened taillights, and all your badges are also blackened as well. Painted handle for the release. And check out your tailpipes too. These are like a black chrome. And this does have the multi-function tailgate. It's $995. I think it should come standard on a Limited personally, but it is pretty cool. It does drop down like a normal tailgate, and it is assisted. You can tell this truck does have a spray and bed liner, and it opens, you know, on the side as well too. You have a handle right here, so it's kind of cool. I mean, it's different, I guess, and you're gonna pay $995 to be different, so it makes sense. Now this tonneau cover is pretty cool. I like it. I strongly recommend, if you're building your truck from the factory, to just go ahead and add this on if you're going to get a tonneau cover. This is a really thought out tonneau cover. So all you have to do is just unlatch it like that, and you can flip it pretty much 2 times, and then just sits in place, and you can pretty much secure it using these. Okay, and it's pretty easy just putting it back, and you can open and close the tailgate without having to release this too. And that's probably the biggest benefit. And it comes already installed too, so you don't have to worry about doing it after the fact, right? Win-win. But yeah, you do have a step just below, and that's the only benefit I see having this functional tailgate, is you can step right in really easily having this tailgate in this position here. You just have to make sure you close that side first, and then close this side. All right, class 4 receiving hitch. You have a 7 and 4 pin connector, and you do have a camera out back. And here's the other side. Love this black paint too, looks really good. You can get the night edition in other colors. Now I strongly recommend you get these liners inside of the wheel wells, because this does come painted, and you don't want rocks to be hitting that paint, potentially rusting this out. So I believe this can be an option on some trucks. It may be standard on the Limited, but just be sure to do your research to make sure your truck has this. Now I didn't show you this to you, but you do have a high mount. I love the way they finish it off in LEDs, and it's cleared, and it does have a camera as well up top for your high definition rear view, which I'm going to show you in a second. As far as the interior goes, I mean, they pretty much finish it off in the Limited fashion. I mean, this interior is just next level. I like the overall design. It's pretty much soft touch everywhere except below. And check out your grille design for your speakers. Looks really beautiful. And your seats have that piping going around them. It's just really next level interior here. I mean, this is nicer than Mercedes and BMW, you gotta admit it. Now, stepping inside, you are greeted with a 7-inch display and a 12-inch display. You have push button start, and it's like 90 degrees outside. It's really hot. Now, this is going to be a manually adjusted steering wheel. I kind of would like to see them do something a little different with this, you know, give it power. I mean, when you're spending almost $80,000 on a truck, but you do have your light controls on the side. You can power adjust your steps down below, and you have an electronic brake controller too. As far as the information in here, not much has changed, but you can see here it shows you maximum ground clearance, air suspension. If you pop it down, shows you off-road 1 ride height achieved, increased ground clearance. You hit it again, shows you normal ride height achieved, and then suitable for most situations. Then you have the next one. It's going to lower it down to aerodynamic ride height achieved. So improve aerodynamics with air suspension. And then you have the entry, exit, watch for clearance. So you got to be careful where you are. So if you're kind of parked off road, you want to make sure that you don't damage the underbody by lowering it down to this level. This is pretty much self-explanatory. Lower for entry and exit. Now you do have your radar cruise control on the steering wheel, and then you have your regular cruise control. You can limit the gears you're in. You do have that 8-speed transmission, and you have wood accents on the steering wheel as well. A lot of stitching. I mean, even on your grab handle on the side, you have stitching on the dash. I mean, just a really beautiful interior. Even the design on the side of your center stack, like this, like a piano finish almost in a sense. It looks really high end. And let's go back in the screen one more time here. I just want to show you a few things. You do have an off-road menu, shows you the drivetrain, and then pitch and roll. You have your driver assist for like your adaptive cruise control, lane sense, all that good stuff. And fuel economy, really clean readout, trip information, and then trailer tow. So it shows you the distance you towed your trailer, and then the gain for the trailer brake. Shows you the audio, messages. You can set up the screen on here too. You can change what you're seeing in there. And it takes you back to the speedometer, which is the first thing. Your gear selector is like a bright metal. It's like real metal too, like it's really heavy duty stuff. You can put it in drive really easily. Now, if you are like me, if you're scatterbrained, let's say you're in a rush, you're going somewhere. If you open this door, the truck will actually put itself back in park, and it will apply the emergency brake. That way you don't injure yourself or potentially kill yourself getting out of your truck, because it's possible. I mean, sometimes you just scatterbrain. So they do have some safety features built in. You do have your lane sense. You can turn that off if you like. And then this is going to be for, you know, parking the truck. Dual climate control is on the side of the screen. You don't have to go inside of here to get to your climate. You can do your automatic mode for it. You can turn on the AC. You can do recirculation. And you can turn down the fan as well. So a lot of things can be done outside the screen. What I would like them to do is put this outside of the screen, like your ventilated seats, your heated seats, and your steering wheel. They could even put the steering wheel heater button on the steering wheel. That would be nice. Now you can, you know, configure your deployable steps. And let's check out some of these cameras too. So you do have your backup camera, which you're used to seeing, but this is new for the 1500s, is this 360 camera. Shows it right on the side here. Now if you would like, you could see a wider angle for the rear, a wider angle for the front, and you can do a 360 showing the front. And they do give you the lines too with that bird's eye view. They call it the top view, and then that way you can kind of see what's going on. And then you just saw that you have a camera out back. You can zoom into your hitch. Now this is new, you know, for this generation, for 2021, and this is the high definition camera. GM has used this on their trucks for a while now, so Ram's is adopting the same technology. Now back into the screen here. Let's go through really quickly. I want to show something that I haven't done in a while. So if you go to safety and driving assistance, you have to look for your power side steps. You can store them if you like. And what that would do is that would keep them from coming in and out if you don't want them to. So basically you can just turn them off. If you hit automatic, every time you open the door on each side, they're just going to pop out, okay? And you can pretty much configure everything else in here. Now down below here, you do have a trailer brake. This is an option, so if you want this, you have to option your truck with this. This is how you control that: air suspension, traction control, tow haul mode. You have front rear parking sensors, 4 USBs, type A, type C's, and a charging station down below. They did kind of redesign this from my truck too. This is a little bit newer. You do have a power plug down below, tons of storage, great design, more USBs, and more storage. I like this cover for it. Shows limited on it. Really clean stuff. I think that Ram is just, they really set the bar a little too high, so I'm afraid for them in the future. They have to keep going higher. So yeah, good luck. And up top, you can control this panoramic sunroof. Hopefully in the next HD trucks, we will see a panoramic sunroof. I like how it brings so much natural light inside the interior. But you do have LED lights inside. You can drop that tailgate from inside the truck as well. On the key, you can do the same thing. And let me show you the key really quickly. So this is the key. It's the back of it. And you can drop that tailgate as I mentioned, and you can actually control the air suspension as well. Remote start, lock and unlock. One thing I like about Chrysler product vehicles is you can lock the doors inside the car when it's on. Like other manufacturers, once you hit that button or you turn the ignition, you pretty much lose access to the key, but they still give you access for your key. You can slide that rear glass if you like, and you still have a sunglass holder with the panoramic sunroof. Sometimes you lose this if you get that panoramic in other vehicles. You pretty much get the same treatments on the interior, and yeah, I mean, this is just a high-end luxury truck. If you own a Mercedes S-Class, you will feel right at home when it comes down to fit and finishes and overall design. I mean, down below, more USBs, power plug. You have vents out back. you can actually cool the seats in the rear. And these cool seats work pretty well. I mean, especially on the front. And just check out how much space you have below the seat. I mean, if I were to put both of these seats up, I illustrated this a long time ago, but look how much floor space you have. I mean, you can literally like walk around in the back seat because of how big it is. I like that they stretched out this cab because you can really see it when you have the seats up. Now, you do have some hooks just below the seats too, 60/40 bench, and you can actually increase your storage out back too. And check out your roof. More speakers. So let's take a look at the numbers really quickly. As far as your gross axle weight rating in the front, it is going to be 3,900 pounds. The rear is going to be 4,100 pounds. 7,200 pound gross vehicle weight rating. All in payload capacity is going to be 1,285 pounds. As far as the towing numbers go, this truck has a 7,984 pound max towing, and as you just saw, the payload. This truck has a 321 rear end, and if you would like to tow or have the bragging rights that you can tow up to 12,560 pounds, you would have to get that 392 rear end. But all in all, this truck is really for cruising. I've said this in the past. This is such a high-end luxury truck. This is for someone who needs to do some hauling every once in a while, but you're going to be really limited on what you can tow. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys soon. As I mentioned earlier in the video, I did want to show you the window sticker for this specific truck. Base price is going to be $60,650, and it is a full drive crew cab, and it did have the 5.7 bed as well. It didn't have the longer bed. And here's some of the standard equipment down below. The only thing I would strongly recommend that you take a note of is this rear axle, because if you would like max tow, you would have to opt it with that 392, and that 392 was 95 bucks. Now moving on down, here's all the standard equipment for the interior. Obviously they can't get everything on here because they didn't have enough space, but optional equipment's down below. You have your diamond black crystal pearl, which was an extra 100 bucks for that paint. And technology group, I did forget to show the heads-up display, but here's everything else that comes in there at $10.95. And bed utility group and everything that's available in that package. Night edition, $39.95. That's the most expensive package on this truck, but it does have some great features like the Harman Kardon, and it has that trifold tonneau cover and sport performance hood. Those two items here, the tonneau cover and the sport performance hood, would probably cost this if you bought it after the fact, and you have to get the hood painted, so it could cost more than this package, so just keep that in mind. Level 1 equipment group is $22.95, and anti-spin differential rear axle, $4.95. The diesel was the second most expensive option, and dual pane panoramic sunroof, multi-function tailgate, and trailer brake finish it off. Destination comes in at $16.95 with a total price of $76,755. And here is the fuel economy numbers too. So 29 on the highway, 21 in the city. That's not bad when you consider the diesel engine is only 3,200 bucks. You could probably make that up pretty quickly if you do drive a lot. But thanks again for watching this video. Be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys soon.